As we're back for a minute, I don't know how long it's going to hold. It just got off all by its damn self there a second ago, so I'm not sure what happened there, but I don't know if I'm going to have any chat or not.
I think it's this one right
here. That's just the parking lot there. Well,
no, that's the road goes up there too.
Well, see, the problem is there ain't no goddamn street signs. How the fuck am I supposed to know where it's at if there's no street signs? Fuck with them shit. Seen Ida pop back in there. They are, Roseanne. Hey, at least we got some chat at the moment. I don't know what happened, guys. We was driving along and that one just cut the hell off. I ain't sure which one of these is where we're supposed to be, but don't know exactly. I ain't never been back in here.
Stay straight, it goes up the hill.
Where the hell does it go? That ain't it anyway. That's just not where. It's not it. It's over this way. I just don't know exactly where. What I need is a goddamn map, so I'll know you ain't got no fucking street signs, so it ain't like you can read the damn signs. We're over here where you told us to go, Sob, but I don't know exactly where that is. We're over on this end.
Yeah, hell with it.
You ready to go home now?
Yeah.
Alrighty, I'll take you and drop you off. Well, we're right here, Sovereign, but I don't know exactly where that particular street or road is the problem. Eugene said to hell with it, so I'm going to take him and drop him at the house.
Yeah, I need to get some sleep.
Hey, Danny. Hey, Logan. That one's moving. Ain't it?
Let's go.
Mm-hmm. Are they turning out?
Yep.
Chances are they'll show us where it's at, huh?
Guarantee it.
It's my thought on it anyway. Oh, that is them. I mean, it's two of them anyway. Wonder where the hell they're headed to. I seen they're headed that way. Yep, that's where they're headed to, evidently.
That's bad. We beat them there. Told you.
That's where they're headed. The other one's headed straight. Now they're going into the hospital.
No turn signals, no nothing.
One went up the front, one went up the back. So now they're right. Now they're both right up front, ain't they? I don't know. I don't know where the other
one went in the back.
Is that what happened?
Yeah, because Campbell Drive. I'm telling you, it's that hill up there. That's Campbell Drive.
I ain't what the damn sign said, but okay. I'll trust you. I can see it for the moment, Sovereign. At least that's the last thing I see is asking if I can see the chat from you. I don't know if... Roseanne says we need a scanner. We've already been through that, timer 10. Well, here we go. This must be the person or the place. So let me get back to in here and we'll. Alright, guys. I'll zoom down here a bit. So what? Somebody called because there's somebody on the hospital lot or what? They must have decided they ain't suspicious no more. Apparently, huh?
Right. Texting and driving.
Special privileges.
Right.
He noticed us.
Yeah.
That was Brad. Or Brandon.
Yeah, Brandon.
Sorry, not Brad. Well, shit. Not a damn thing happening over here either, so Well, there you go, guys. We brought you that. Are you still ready to go home, sir? If you are, I'll go ahead and drop you off, sir.
Yeah, ain't nothing else gonna happen.
I may stay out a little longer. Hell, I don't know. I never know. Tired, but I think about caught my second wind now.
I haven't. Wish I did.
No, Austin, actually, it's not cold here tonight. I'm still in a short sleeve shirt and Eugene's in shorts.
Window down.
And if it was the slightest bit chilly, I would have my hoodie on. I promise you I would. Damn it, I said the word chilly. I fucking hate that. If it's the slightest bit colder, cooler than normal, I'll have my hoodie on. But
It feels about like, I don't know, we're driving too. So.
it's got to be, I don't know, man. It's got to be pretty warm or I'd have my hoodie on. You've known it. If it gets the slightest bit cool, I got my hoodie on. So.
It's probably about 60, 65, somewhere in there. I don't know, because I don't want to nuke, because them some bitches always lie to you.
Right. You'll have that. You'll have that. Definitely have that. Now, what I want to know is how these people getting the information that I can't get. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Fubar said, "Morning, first time here, learned about you from Iris. Let's see what you about." Well, right now we're driving around town. I'm going to drop my my buddy off at his house, and I might go down and run it a little bit more. But I'm glad that you came over. I'm glad you heard from me from Irish Demon. He's one of my favorite YouTubers. I like Irish. Man, that guy can make me split my sides laughing. I wish I could be as funny as he is. Sitting at the longest red light in Ironton, of course. That was Fubar. Yeah, that's who that was. Good morning, Fubar. Glad to see you, by the way. Fubar, if you're expecting me to be like the other auditors out there, I'm not. Just so you know. You won't find a lot of that stuff on my channel for sure. I guess I'd have to say, according to everybody else, I'm more of a cop watcher than an auditor. Because you guys out of the same place. I can't read it, man. There's too many bumps. I can't see the damn thing. What does it say?
Oh, who said it? Or do you know?
Fubar.
Fubar. You guys out of the same place. Chili has worn in. LOL. Yeah.
Yeah, Chili came to Ironton here. We're in Ironton, Ohio. He was here, and that's kind of how I got into the game. Him and a bunch of other people made a bunch of claims, so I come in to see if it was true or not. Fubar says, "I'm OG cop watcher back in the day. We did this on 8mm. Right? Shit. Do you know what Fubar stands for, Eugene? That's another military acronym. It stands for fucked up beyond all recognition. Fubar. Like snafu, situation normal, all fucked up. Or cunt, can't understand normal thinking. All those are military acronyms. Holy shit, is Tina Slay back out there? If so, hello again, Tina. Good morning, dear. She's an hour or two behind us too, I think. starting to wonder if there ain't a stingray or something in operation, man, the way my shit keeps getting pooched. The way it just drops signal all of a sudden out of nowhere like that. I'm really starting to wonder.
I find it kind of funny too, once we're behind the police, all the lights turn red after they go through it.
It wouldn't matter, they just turn their lights on and go anyway. So.
I'm just saying, when we're following them around town, so I just find that kind of funny.
What did that say? Big Bar said my old partner and I did police watch and storm chasing. Not to this degree, though. I definitely don't chase storms. That's something I don't do. I'll give you props for having big balls to do that.
That'd be kind of fun.
It might be, but it's not something I'd want to do. I don't want to be chasing down tornadoes and shit. Not quite my thing.
I think that'd be fun.
I'll chase the cops all over town, but I don't want to be chasing tornadoes and shit, man. The cops normally don't overturn your car in the wrong situation, you know.
Something I would probably do. That just sounds fun as shit.
Well, I don't know about fun, but it'd damn sure be exciting. There wouldn't be any dull moments in it, I'll put it that way. I've watched a lot of the storm chaser videos and shit, you know, and some of them guys got balls the size of my car, I believe. They'd have to do what they do, for sure.
I'd just love to do it.
Well, I'm not a coward, but I'm smart enough not to chase tornadoes. That's just me. It just seems like a smart bet not to do it. I'm glad there's guys out there that do it, so I don't have to. Kind of like the cops. Do shit I don't want to do. Glad to have some of them.
Yeah, I don't care what it is. If it's got a little bit of danger in
there, he said I had a lot of videos on the news back then. Well, that's cool as shit. I don't think any of my videos have ever started on the news for sure. I don't have anything newsworthy.
No, because we don't lie all the time.
We could lie about some shit, couldn't we?
Right, I guarantee it would make news.
Up, yeah. These potholes in this damn alley are pretty deep too, aren't they?
Yeah.
Alrighty, sir.
Alrighty,
a good night, I guess. I'll see you on the flip side.
Yes, sir. You need me to where am I?
Yes, sir. You know how to get a hold of me.
Yep.
Lock that, please. Oh, never mind. Hey. Grab him out of there, man.
Oh, you don't want them?
No, I ain't going to eat them. I've had my fill of donuts thanks to Dan. He give them to the wife and the kids. I love that.
All right, brother.
You have a good night, sir.
Yes,
All righty, guys. I guess I'm running alone for now. Got this alley and get back down the street here. If you're talking to me, yeah, we live in a river town here. We're literally right on the bottom part of Ohio, right on the Ohio River. As a matter of fact, I could damn near throw a rock to it right now, the direction y'all are looking at. It's right over there is where the river is. Literally just right there. Like I said, I can damn near throw a rock and hit it. If you look there in the distance, you'll see the bridge sticking up down there with them blue lights on it. Mississippi, yeah, this is the Ohio here. It definitely reaches the Mississippi. Oh, hey, Danny, you're still there. Thanks again for them donuts, man. I had my fill of them for sure. I ate a shit ton of donuts and drank a bunch of coffee. And thank you for that. That was awesome. We really appreciated that, man. That was one of the cruisers there. Looked at me trying to talk through a yawn there. That's difficult shit to do, ain't it? They're out patrolling. There ain't much for traffic for sure. They're gonna be doing calls for service pretty much, I'd say, the rest of the evening. Ain't going on too long, has it, Sovereign? Somebody needs to quit making all them women suffer, don't they? That's just silly stuff. Well, I'll tell you what, Eugene might pray for pullovers. Me, I don't. I'm glad that most of these nights are boring. At least that proves that, you know, it's not a big policing for profit venture like we've thought in the past. Some of it may have been, but I haven't noticed that lately. And I can't say that I'm tore up about it. I'd rather, you know, the people be left alone if at all possible. Everybody knows I don't hate law enforcement, but I do kind of hate it when people get pulled over and got to pay a big bunch of fucking money for nothing. I don't like that too much. Don't like it at all. Still got a bad case of the yawns, guys. Alright, since I'm here by the gas station, I'm going to step in here and go to the restroom. I'm still full of coffee. I need to get rid of some more. I drank way too much, thanks to Danny. Way too much coffee, more than I should have had by a long shot. Alright guys, I'm going to leave you right here for a second because I'm going to go to the restroom and I don't want to take you in there with me. And Nelia's not here tonight. And I don't want to leave you in the care of anyone else. So guys, I'll be right back. Give me just a minute. I'll be right back with you. Oh, sorry about that, everybody. I feel much better now. I'm under a lot less pressure anyway, for sure. I honestly love Australia, just can't understand you all. You talking about from the accent, Fubar? You know, it's funny, I've got my Siri has an Australian accent. Only because they didn't have Irish or Scottish. That's what I was wanting, but they didn't have that, so I chose Australian. Who the hell wants a Siri that talks just like them? I don't. She already don't understand a damn thing I'm saying anyway. Apparently I talk like a hillbilly. Hey, there's Colin again. How you doing tonight? Again, Colin, or this morning? Shit, it ain't tonight anymore, is it? The night's already shot. Clock in the car says 2:47. I'm not exactly sure what time the time jumped. It might have already done it. Well, good. I'm glad you speak redneck very well, because that's what you'll get from me. I don't know how to speak anything else. I can't even dress it up and make it sound better. Redneck's all I've got. On the 14th, are you doing anything for that, or you just letting her turn 14? If you're gonna have a party or something, you'll have to remind me, as before today, because I'll forget. I'm bad at trying to remember dates. It's terrible for me. I always have to have everybody remind me a day or two ahead of time, or I will forget. I don't mean to, but my life is very busy, and I just don't mark dates too well. Not in my mind, anyway. I see something about the architecture. You talking about this town? Whose town you talking about? Architecture. Well, we got some here. Can't quite see it that well at night, but we got some old buildings in here. Old. Man, a lot of these houses are definitely older than I am, for sure. Way old. Better than 100 years, I'd say, if you Oh, what the hell did that say? Looks like David has gone full size sit and anti most everything, and he says it isn't a drug. And I'll tell you what, guys, y'all having fun this morning? Do you want to keep this up, or do you want me to shut it off and take my old ass to bed? What do you want to do? So throw a 1 in the chat if you want to stay out a little bit longer, or you want me to. Throw a 2 in the chat if you say, fuck it, we don't care, go home and go to bed. What do you want to happen? I'm going to leave it up to you all, because I can do it either way. It don't matter. Hey, there's laws, hello laws. Everybody want to stay out a little bit longer, do you? All right, we can do that. Obviously ain't shit happening, but we'll stay out here anyway. You guys must almost be as bored as I am. We're a bunch of no-life people, ain't we? You gotta quit that beeping. That's the tanker truck across the way there. You know, he put some gas into the Marathon back there. Oh, shit. There they come right now. Getting ready to cross right in front of you. There's one. There's two. Third one went the other damn direction. Let's see here. Yeah, hell, they ain't doing nothing worth doing. They're just out patrolling, it looks like. Yeah, they're just out patrolling. So I'm gonna go do a back up here and post again and see what happens here. Let them drive around in circles for a minute. Ain't no point in me following them around in damn circles. Hell, there ain't shit happening anyway. Following them around a whole lot don't do me any good, just waste my gas. Well, baby doll Ironton's gas, since she's the one that paid for it. Back up here and post up again and wait a bit. Hey Sovereign, did you get your channel back yet, buddy? Are you able to post again? We're gonna be able to do Tuesday night on your channel. We're gonna do it on mine again tonight, or Tuesday night. Be back Terminator style, huh? There you go. Well, good deal. I'm glad you got it back, or we'll have it back. I'll have to see how we could do that to keep it from taking the fucking channel down, if that's possible. Might have to do like all the big channels do and set up backup channels and shit. I've already got one set up. I've just never done anything on it. It's just an empty channel, but I got one set up just in case. Oh, I ain't scaring the cops away. They ain't afraid of me, I promise you that. Ain't got no reason to fear me. Hey, thanks for the one, Roseanne. We appreciate it. Sometime this afternoon or tonight, good deal. There comes one down the street there. Pulling in right up behind me to the gas pump. Who's telling me to buy an Android? You talking to me, Colin? I don't like Android, that's why I have an iPhone. It might be hard for some Android owners to understand, but I like an iPhone. Oh, I'm not getting an Android. I like my iPhone, Colin. I really do. I know how to use it. You better slow down there, bub. You get your ass popped, so what's about to happen? Your flashy GT. Fucker driving around in a convertible with the top down and shit. You seen the cop car though, that slowed him down. I figured it would. Be careful, they'll be towing that. You guys rather stare at me or stare at the damn sign? You know, Roseanne, once I took an hour flight, and because we crossed that time zone, I landed at the same time I took off. It was like I went, you know, did a time travel. It was instantaneous arrival, even though it took an hour to fly. Fubar Lisa always says Ironton is 6 square miles. So there you go. That's as close as I can get. I don't know the exact, but it's not very big. It's really not. You can drive through it in just a few minutes. There really ain't much to it. Last weekend I did that. I went all the way down to one end and drove from one end to the other, and then I went up and drove the width of it just to show people it's not very big at all. Ain't much to it. Not the city itself. Most of it's just housing. Biggest businesses we got are banks, bars, and pharmacies. I think we clock in around 10,500 somewhere on the population of Ironton. But I don't know if you know or not, but I've told everybody I don't actually live in Ironton. I live out in a place called Pedro. It's about 8 miles out in the country. I don't actually live in here in town. I wouldn't if I could avoid it. I don't really like cities much. And this isn't exactly a big city, but it's bigger than I want to live in. I'm not a city type. I'm a country boy. I lived in Columbus for about 8 years, many years ago, and I just didn't care for it. I don't like the city. I don't like it at all. Ironton needs titty bars. Well, we'd need some titties to look at first, Sovereign. If you ain't got nothing worth looking at, having a place to put them in, I guess, don't matter. Hell, you got Barney and Andy there. Yeah, it's about right. It is a small town. It's kind of like Mayberry, I suppose. Yes, that's an electronic billboard over there that you're looking at. Google population, 10,434. Well, I was damn close at 10,500. I knew it was somewhere around there, or thought it was. I thought it was a little over 10.5, though. I thought it was a little closer to 11, but I guess it's not. Of course, I've never come in here and counted the houses either. Yeah, they definitely had the T&H bar in here. Holy shit. That was a rough place from what I understand. I remember it from when I was a very little kid, but of course I was never in it, obviously. But I heard it was a rough place. Heard a lot of stories come out of that place. Between that and the old Marlowe, from what I understand, that was a pretty roughneck joint too at one point. Hey, there you go, Danny. That's a good idea, man. I love it out there. I don't care for the city much. I definitely like it out in the county. I love the country. Get me in the city, I'm like a duck out of water. I don't quite fit. What is the actual demographic data of your cluster of towns? I don't know. Find someone to hack that billboard's electrical system and play movies. There you go, free drive-in. We just sit here and watch movies all night, huh? Who in the hell are you talking to now, Sovereign? Oh, anytime, Logan. You have a good night, sir. Thank you for riding with us as long as you did. Appreciate you hanging out with us a while tonight, this morning, however you want to look at it. We sure do appreciate your presence. Five miles out of Cheyenne, and you're in the real middle of nowhere. Huh? Well, Pedro used to be about the middle of no damn where, but it's grown up a little bit. Hell, we have have our own Dollar General now, if you can believe that shit. It's like your local Pedro Walmart. You got a Dollar General, so we're coming up in the world. That's about all we got out there, but cop car going by. Yeah, they're just patrolling, doing their thing. I'll watch and see if he turns up here. So I just drive up here and see what's going on. Probably nothing, but let's drive anyway. Never know what we might run across. Yes, sir, American Pride. You know how to get a hold of me, sir. Holy shit. Well, I guess we ain't going too far because they just pulled somebody over here right as I was getting ready to pull out. So I guess we'll just stay here and film this one. Now that we're here, huh? What are the odds of that shit? That's twice in 2 nights that they pulled them over while I'm right here at the damn gas station. You gotta love it. It's almost like they're trying to channel them to me or something here. Let's get out here and see what we can see. Apparently they got a busted light or something. Alrighty guys, just a bad light. I got it taken care of and he's on the way. So there you go, nothing exciting. Thought it might have been, but nope, nothing fun. Just a lighting issue. And he's on down the road. How you doing tonight? Same thing, same thing. All right, guys, there you go. Quick little pull over. Oh, shit. Hey, it's Britt Biatch. How you doing this morning? Good morning from Ohio. Lights are optional on Ironton. I didn't see one out. I'm not sure what they were talking about. Apparently there's a problem with one of the taillights or something, but it wasn't no big deal. Oh, I'm always good, Britt. Shit, they don't get no better than me. Hell, my life's too boring for it to ever get bad, so I'm always good here. As I tell everybody, I'm good for nothing but guaranteed good for it. It's freezing cold there, huh? Well, it's actually pretty warm tonight. I'm still out in a short sleeve shirt, which is unusual because I'm one of those crazy old men that starts getting a little cooler. Man, I'm looking for a 90-degree day myself. I like the heat better, but it's actually not too bad this evening. Pretty nice night here in town. Probably a little bit colder when I head out toward the house. I live out in the country about 8 miles out, and there's not enough concrete, so they don't hold much heat out there. Bonfire last night, so lots of fireworks, huh? Bonfire night. Is that a normal thing, or? Yeah, I prefer it warm too. I like the sunshine. Personally, I like it at least 75, 80 degrees. Most people around here prefer it a little bit cooler. I like it on the hotter side. Some like it hot, I guess. You're right, Colin. Summer is coming. It'll be back again next year, won't it? Unfortunately, I was ready for summer when summer ended this year. That's just me. In the 30s there, huh? That sounds chilly. We haven't gotten quite that cold yet. Well, we had a couple nights, but I mean, it's not anything like that. Hey, Sovereign, don't be pulling that shit, man. Keep that shit out of the chat. Everybody be singing that tonight. 90 degrees, could only wish. Yeah, I don't mind 90. I don't mind it. Some people hate it, say it's too hot, but I don't mind it a bit. Oh, shit, you're in the 20s, huh? Britt says it feels like it's about -1 there. Oh, Colin's in Australia. Yeah, I keep forgetting he's down there in Australia, in the land down under. Spring there, so they're getting ready to have summer, ain't they? Well, shit, must be not. We should all go visit Colin this winter and go stay with him. Just chase summer all the way around. That way summer never ends. I should have been born somewhere where it stays hot, like, you know, a desert or something, but I wasn't. Lucky me, I was born here where it gets cold. Lots of Australia's flooded at the moment. What's going on down there? How you doing tonight, sir? Good for damn nothing, but I'm out anyway. How the hell are you tonight?
I'm doing good.
Good to hear it.
Oh yeah. Are you live?
Unfortunately. I woke up this morning, had to get out of bed and make a day of it. Out running the live video and shit, so. I don't know why they like it, but they like it.
Yeah. To me, it would be boring as hell.
Well, it usually is, but since I see that there's a chat bar in here, and they can type on their computer or their phone and talk to me back and forth.
Oh, okay.
So there's always a conversation. That's what keeps me from getting so bored.
Oh yeah.
Now, if I'm just out and I ain't running a live, it gets boring as shit just sitting here all night, I can tell you.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, one night I was up, and there's a high-speed pursuit going on.
Holy shit.
Yeah, they went down Park Avenue,
Hmm.
straight out 2nd Street, head straight back towards the highway again.
Hmm. That wasn't the night they was chasing the guy that murdered his grandpa back there, was it?
No.
That was over there on 9th Street.
No, this was a different night. This was a week before that.
No, I must have missed that one.
Yeah, it was. Matter of fact, no, that's been a while back though. That's been a month ago. Yeah. Yeah, gonna go over here and put my phone on charge for a few minutes.
Well, there you go. Might as well get it charged up while you can, huh?
Yep.
The chat room says hello, sir. Yep. He said hello back, guys. He's going over and plug in his phone and get it charged up there. It's another one of our local homeless guys. They'll come over sometimes to the gas stations, and they'll let them plug into their outlets and charge their phones and stuff like that, keep them going. Get this thing plugged in. Sorry guys, I'm trying to get the power plug back into the phone there so I don't lose the battery. This phone's got a heck of a battery on it, but once I start running live, it'll suck it down to nothing pretty quick, so got to keep the power on. Alright guys, I guess we'll take us another little drive around here and see if we see anything. I don't know, Danny. I don't know if I'm going to be out tomorrow or not. It's going to be Sunday night, so there probably won't be shit happening, man. Everybody's home and in bed by 10 o'clock generally. Ain't much happens on a Sunday. I believe Britt asked how many people were here. There's somebody gave me the exact number. It was 10,400 and something. I can't remember the exact number, but it's a little bit less than 10,500. Whoever threw that statistic in there or that population number in there a while ago, throw that back in there if you still remember the exact population. I don't know it right off the top of my head, but it was a little bit less than 10,500, which surprised me because I thought it was a little bit over, and I was way not correct. So you'll have that. Like I told him, I've never actually went through and counted everybody, but you know, I have to rely on someone else to tell me how many there is. Bigger than you thought? Well, it's not as big as you think either. That's the thing about Ironton. It sounds like a lot of people till you drive through the town. There's really not much here. And I think a lot of the population is doesn't live directly inside the city, supposedly. You know, there's all the way out to the corporation limit and shit. So I just said 10,434, so there you go. There's Rebecca Joe piping up with it too. They're 10,434 as of 2021. So there you go, Britt. I got good chat. They figure stuff out, man. They help me out with that. All the tips and tricks and facts. And glad y'all are hanging out with me this morning. Keeps me from being bored out of my skull. Especially since Eugene went home. Now I'm just out by myself. Well, I ain't by myself, of course. I got you all with me, but you know what I mean. If I didn't have y'all with me, it'd just be so boring. Glad I got y'all to talk to. Looks lovely and really clean. Well, you stick around a little while. It may not always look the same, but it's not always as nice. I know the streets sure could use some work. What you're seeing right now ain't too bad, but everybody else has been on some of the rough patches through here. Some of these streets are tore up, man. They bust the ball joints right out of your vehicle. The good thing is I'm also my own mechanic, so we'll just fix that anyway. I'll fix all my own stuff. It's not because I want to, it's because I have to. I can't afford to pay nobody else to do it, so I had to learn how to fix it myself. So I've become quite a fixer kind of guy over the years, and it's not because I had any skill, it's just I had to learn how to fix shit because I couldn't afford to pay nobody else to fix it. So that's right, Fubar, it's your tax dollars at work, or, you know, tax dollars working somewhere anyway. I don't know where they're putting it to work, but it's obviously not into the pavement. So Blanche for gas money, been popping in and out of chat. Thank you, Blanche. I appreciate it, sweetheart. You guys are awesome to me. Did I ever tell you that? I got the best subscribers on YouTube. They don't come no better than you guys. You are awesome, man. I don't know what I'd do without you. Y'all keep me from being out here and going out of my mind in boredom. Y'all keep me in plenty of donuts and coffee and gasoline, and you know, and it's you guys are the reason I'm still out here. If not, I'd have had to quit this a long time ago. So thank you, everybody. I sure do appreciate it. Everybody that's put in so much as $1, and even the people that ain't put in any money just for hanging out with us, you know, and chatting in the chat. You know, now I got channel members, thanks to all them. I never thought this channel was really going to do what it's doing, and now it's like starting to become something, and I find myself wanting to give y'all more, you know, better content, not just driving around Ironton all the time, but, you know, make sure that I can deliver something to you worth watching, not just watching me drive up and down the streets and tearing my car up, you know. I mean, we'll still do that, but I mean, you know, I want to make sure that we do some other things. So I've got a few ideas on the back burner, got a couple other ideas coming. We might revamp the channel a little bit, do a few different things. I'm still going to do this, but I mean, we'll come up with some other stuff, and that way, you know, give you a little bit of variety in the content that I provide, so it ain't just about auditing all the time, because, you know, I mean, around here that can get pretty boring, as you see. There really isn't much to audit on the average night, so when we ain't got anything else to do, we'll have to find some other time of, you know, some other way of making it beneficial for y'all to be part of Ironton Auditor. So, what did that say? I missed it there. Dark White says, Terry, you work your butt off streaming, man. You deserve the following. Well, I appreciate it. I really do. I not only, you know, do my own channel, I'm a co-host on a couple other channels, and then I'm always in and out of other people's chats. I try to hang out as long as I can. I don't have a lot of time to spend online, but I try to spend as much as I can. So, seem to be, what does that say? Hold on, so let me get up here to the stop sign so I can read that. You seem to be a good person, Terry. I could fix your electrical. If you can fix my vehicle, I will pay you tomorrow for a hamburger today. There you go. I tell you what, you know, the funny thing is most of the time when I fix something for somebody, I don't charge anything anyway. It's not about the money for me. If it was, I'd charge a whole lot more and I'd have money. That's the reason I don't have money, is because it's not about money for me. I'm not out here trying to, you know. Now, the YouTube thing, yes, I would like to turn it into an income. I'd like for that to be my job. That would be freaking awesome, you know, to be able to turn this into an actual income and do it full time. But, I mean, as far as, like, me fixing stuff for people, I just fix stuff. You know, I fix cars all the time. That's how I'm driving the car I'm driving right now. It was given to me free of charge, and all I put into it was the tags, title, and a battery. And that was, you know, because I fixed a lot of broken stuff, and you know, they felt indebted to me and give me a car, you know. I've had a lot of well, most everything I own was given to me, you know, for that reason, because I try to help people out that don't have a lot of money, you know, and then sometimes they'll have a good fortune hit them, and when they do, most of them never forget me. They always seem to come back and help me somehow, and because of that, I'm able to keep going and keep doing what I do, and, you know, I've just found the easiest way to spend life is trying to help others, and the more you do that, I don't know, my life seems to work. It's very simple, cheap, and easy, but it works. And I like it that way. That's all it takes, Ida. Food and coffee, shit, that's the same as money right there, because, you know, if you'd have gave me the money, what do you think I'm going to buy with it? Generally, it's going to be food and coffee. So it all works out the same anyway, you know. Let's see, what did that say? Just your banner with other folks is total enjoyment. We love. Well, good. I'm glad. I'm glad that, you know, all my blowing off at the mouth don't drive you all nuts. Do you live somewhere close, Fubar? If you need help with a truck or something, you need help fixing something, hell, just say so. If I can help you, I sure will. I'm looking at Ida now. I've got to figure out in the next couple of days if I'm going to be able to help her son get his truck back on the road. So, being a good neighbor, yeah, that's I do my best, you know. But it's amazing how sometimes it might be the smallest, easiest thing for me to do, and it didn't take me very long, and it wasn't no big deal. But to the person I did it for that didn't know how to do it themselves or weren't able to do it, to them, it's like they just won the lottery, you know, and I love that. I love helping people and seeing the smile on their face when they realize that I'm not there to break the bank with them. I'm not there to make my living just doing their job, you know. That's not what I do, so. It kind of reminds me of why I'm a magician. I'm also an amateur magician. I perform a lot of magic for the kids, and it's the same smiles, that I get from the people that I work for, and that's usually my payment. I'm sorry, JR, if I'd known you needed the help. Yeah, I work on all kinds of stuff. I'm not the best body man, so I don't do a whole lot of cosmetics. I mean, I can like put parts on, but I'm not a body man. I don't like know how to pull dents and all that kind of. Well, I do, but I've never done it. So, but as far as just like replacing the parts, rebuilding the front end, all that kind of, yeah, that would have been no problem, man. It wouldn't have been the first one I've done either, for that matter. You're right, Danny. It always comes back. See, I'm at that point in life where like the bad karma doesn't affect me anymore. I must have finally done more positive things than I did negative. I finally overcame the shit I used to be in life, and now that I don't live life like and act like a shit and an asshole anymore, I try to help people all I can. I've been doing it for a long time now, a lot of years, at least 15 to 20. And now that I've been doing that, I'm finally to the point where my life is actually really easy to live. It's pretty easy going. I don't have that bad luck like I used to. Bad shit don't just wind up and happen to me anymore. So I think I finally managed to overcome the bad a little bit. And I couldn't be happier about it. Like I always said, I like to live cheap and easy like a dirty slut. I'm just cheap and easy, and that's how I prefer my life. I like it that way. If I had $1 million today, I probably wouldn't be able to spend it all. I don't know what I'd buy with it. There's really not much in the world I want. I pretty much already have that. I got a woman at the house. I got a house to put her in. I got a pot to piss in and a window to throw it out of. I've got a vehicle. And, my land's mine. My house is owned. My car I own. I don't owe the bank for anything. And, I don't have pretty stuff, but shit, I don't sit outside and look at my car anyway. I get in and drive it. So, I don't really care what it looks like, but maybe it's because I'm a man. That might make it a little bit easier for me. But you're right, Ida. I work for coffee and donuts too. It don't bother me a bit. I work for nothing or something. It don't make any difference. Oh, them deployed airbags in that damaged front bumper don't mean nothing. If you don't care if your airbags are replaced or not, fixing the bumper shouldn't be that big of a deal, especially if it's just like the front bumper cover and the bumper's still good underneath. Hell, all it is like a $200 or $300 fix. Get the plastic in, throw it on. You might have to pay to have it painted, to get the paint to match. If you don't mind having it black, they usually come in and just flat black plastic. Use the money to become a YouTube god. I don't know if I'm ever going to make it quite to that kind of status or not on YouTube, but I sure would like to turn it into being like $2,000 or $3,000 a month. That'd work out just about perfect. I'd just be the happiest little old hillbilly on earth. Alrighty, Britt, you go make breakfast. Have a great day. Enjoy that family, and thank you for stopping in and saying hello. We sure do appreciate seeing you. Well, Danny, I believe you. I've heard a lot about you since I've been talking to Eugene, so I've gotten to know you a little better, through him, because obviously we didn't really know each other personally. So I've heard a lot. Apparently you hung out with his dad a lot, is what I'm hearing, and so Eugene sure thinks a lot of you, and that of course helps bolster you to me, because I trust Eugene's judgment. So if he likes somebody, then I know they can't be all bad. Not that I thought you were bad, that's not what I meant. Sometimes when I say shit, it don't come out quite the way I wanted it to. I am just a man, May not be as tall as the average man for sure, but I am just an old man. I say dumb shit too, so forgive me if I do. Sorry I'm not as full of fun tonight, guys. I'm just tired. I've been at it for a while. We are all bad. Who's all bad? We're not all bad, are we? Fly around land at a secret base at Disney World. You know, you'd almost think that Sovereign just sits around and thinks of shit to say all the time. Like he just writes this shit down somewhere and opens up his notebook for a good quote. Tell you what, guys, if you're looking for a good guy, Sovereign Soul Unchained Mind is your guy. He's a pretty good guy. I know I sure think a lot of him. Hey, I appreciate it, Danny. If there's ever anything I can think of I need, I don't really need a whole lot. That's the funniest part. It's usually everybody else that needs something from me. I'm not a needy guy at all. You know, as I've gotten older, I found that all I ever really wanted was what I needed. And now that I have what I needed, shit, there ain't nothing else I want. I mean, I'm good. I'm comfortable. I love my life. I like it small and easy and simple. It's fun, fun, fun. Disney World shit. It was off the cuff. Scanner going off. Oh, shit. Go find out what that's about, I guess. Especially if there's some shit happening here. Fuck. I know the scanner I got won't tell me shit. I don't know how the hell you all are reading it or what you're reading it on. Whatever the hell it is, I need one of those. Because I know that Bearcat scanner I got ain't worth a shit and won't pick up Ironton. Is that reading Ironton, police? Just a domestic, yeah. I try not to get in too many of those. You know, I don't want to put shit like that up. I don't want people to be, you know, I mean, they're probably embarrassed enough over a traffic stop, but I damn sure don't want to, you know, I don't like to do domestic violence and you know, or you know, somebody that might be thinking of hurting themselves or somebody else. That you know, that's just not shit that I want to put on there. Not shit I want to try to make money off of, for sure. They did screw Star Wars up, didn't they, Colin? Well, I'll tell you what, Danny, if I ever hear anything bad about you, I'll let you know what I heard. I haven't heard anything bad, of course. All I heard was good stuff, so. Yeah, Colin, that last set of Star Wars movies that come out, there wasn't one of them worth a shit. I couldn't believe, you know, I lost like 6 hours of my life watching that stuff. I'll never get it back now. Because it sure wasn't what I thought Star Wars was. When I was a kid, that was the stuff, man, but they screwed it all up. The first 3 will forever be the best ones, I guess. Star Wars in the late 70s, yeah, me too. I wasn't born until 74, so I was a very little kid when I watched them. I loved it, though. I had all the original Star Wars toys, all the ships, the action figures, as they call them. Had several little mock-up play sets that they come out with, little robot building station, all kinds of stuff I had. And throughout my life, I packed that shit around for, you know, the first 20 years or so. And I was right around, I was in my mid-30s, I think. And one of the neighbor kids I found out wasn't going to have a good Christmas one year. And I packed up all the toys I had, and I had 5 dolly loads of stuff that I pushed up the road to this kid's house and just unloaded it all and gave it all to him. And, you know, a lot of people think maybe I should have sold them, but I figure, hell, they's just toys, and they're only fun if you play with them. And a collector that's going to buy them and set them somewhere to resell just didn't seem as much fun as that little kid having them. So I just took them all and gave them to him, and he had a hell of a time playing with them. So what did that say? Roseanne said, damn, Ironton Auditor, I'm your elder, boy. And well, there's all kinds of people out there that are elder to me, I suppose. I definitely ain't the oldest one of the bunch. You know what I found? The funny part is most of the people that follow me on this channel are my age or older, generally. You know, most kids don't want to sit around watching old man. They don't find that shit interesting. I figure I must have found the only group that's as bored as I am. 1965, looky there. Got me by almost 10 years, I guess. '69. Don't look like you all have public repeaters. I'm not sure what the hell a public repeater is, to be honest, but I know that the scanner I got won't pick them up. They're on an encrypted channel. It won't, it doesn't broadcast on a public band where you can pick it up, as far as I know. Danny 61. I was born in '74, guys. That's when I came along. I'm only 48. '58, '65, '69. Yeah, I was born right in the middle of the disco years. And of course grew up during the '80s, where everybody was a fucking rebel, and, you know, rebel without a cause was all ready to fight and didn't know who the hell the enemy was. '68. 2000s, looky there, we got a millennial in the bunch, got a young feller. '62. Well, like I said, most people that follow this channel are my age or older, according to my YouTube statistics anyway. I check that stuff out a lot. Got married in '86. I got married in '94, '93, '94, something like that. About a year after I joined the military. That was dumb, but hey, you know, it was an experience. At the time, I thought it was my patriotic duty, and I went and did it. Had family in every war in this country, and I just, you know, all my grandparents, my uncles, my great-grandparents, everybody, you know, they were in every war ever fought in this country all the way back, and I just felt like it was my duty, so I went and spent my time. And luckily, there was no wars when I was in. I went in right after Desert Storm and got out in, I actually got my discharge in March of 2001, and they hit the Trade Center in September. So, did I ever get a Green Beret? No. No, I didn't try any of that. I was asked, you know, and goaded a little bit, they tried to get me into Special Forces. They said, oh, they love guys your size. I said, hell yes, they do, because they'll throw me down some damn rat hole in Afghanistan or something. I know what they want to do. So I didn't do any of that. I'll be honest, that's for the, you were in the Gulf War, Fubar? Yeah, see, that kind of shit's for the heroes, and I'll leave it to them. You know, you're going to be special forces. That takes a hell of a set of nuts, and I just didn't think I had what it took, to be honest. And I tell you what, I can't jump out of a perfectly good aircraft. I already knew that. There's no way in hell you'd have problems throwing me out of a plane I know is going to crash. Jumping out of one that's perfectly good don't make any sense to me, and I just wouldn't be able to do it. I can tell you that for a fact. I am scared shitless of heights. And when you're that high and need a parachute, jumping is just not something I was willing to do. Helicopter mechanic, there you go. I'm a medic. My MOS back then was 91 Bravo. I don't know if that's changed since then, but just standard combat medic's what I was called. You get your leg blowed off out in the field. I was Doc when you screamed for me. I was the guy with the morphine and the bandages. I did my 8 years and come out and left it at that. I didn't want to do it anymore. And, you know, if I'd have been smarter when I was in then, I may have went career and, you know, been good. But I wasn't smarter. And, you know, I come out, I got married, and screwed up the rest of my life, you know, or the first half of it, you know, learning how to live, because I obviously didn't have any life experience yet. I was gaining it then. I was 18 when I joined the military. I was 2 days from turning 19 the day I got married. And, you know, I thought I knew a lot because I was a young dumbass. It's amazing how much you think you know, and then you grow up a little and you find out you didn't know half of what you thought you understood back then. At least that's been my experience in life. I heard it best put by, it might have been Logan that had said it. Somebody said it on a panel one day. Said, wisdom is that thing you get exactly after you needed it. And I agree so much, because that's how you get wiser, you know. You don't learn how not to mash your thumb with a hammer until you've done it a couple times. You know, somebody telling you to be careful not mash your thumb isn't going to make you careful not to do it. But mashing it a few times will teach you. You'll learn how to do that. A funny story, guys, I actually broke my left thumb with a hammer once, a big framing hammer. Mashed the nail bed in with that diamond waffle pattern on that hammer and split the bone in two, literally. Swelled up. Oh, God, it was swelled up so big. I ended up at my cousin's house, and he had a 20-gauge big cattle needle he shoved in there to let the blood pressure out, man. It was shot out of that needle and plumb up my arm. Oh, you talk about instant relief. That was nice. Man, it hurt. I mashed the hell out of it. I was outside building cabinets. All I had at the time were 2x4s and big old big old fucking nails. And I was sinking them fuckers with 3 swings, just trying to. It was starting to rain, and I wanted to hurry up and get it put together so I could get it back in the house. And yeah, I hit the wrong nail that day, and yeah, it didn't happen out too well for me. And so anyway, it taught me a lot. It taught me not to break my damn thumb with a hammer, and I come away smarter. I've had stitches 22 times, not counting the major surgeries I've had, so I've been cut a lot. No, Danny, I don't know anybody that has any, but if I happen to run into somebody that I know that's got some, I'll damn sure put you in contact with them, sir, if I find somebody. I might know a couple people that have some, so I'll ask around, and if I find someone that does and wants to part with them, or, you know, wants to trade, sell, or anything like that, I'll sure put you in contact with them, sir. I used to have a bunch. I took all my old baseball cards and traded them for a pool cue back in my 20s. It's a really nice pool cue, too. Good night, Saab. Thanks for sticking around as long as you did, bub. We appreciate you. Take them damn penguins with you, would you? Don't leave them for me to deal with. Squirrel. You guys keep me laughing. Yeah, me too. I beat my poor body all to shit. If I'd have known I was going to live this long, I'd have probably treated it better. But I'll be honest, I always thought I'd be dead before I was 30. And then I turned 30, and by the time I turned 35, I realized that, yeah, I obviously ain't going to get the easy way out. I ain't going to croak anytime soon, so I'm going to have to, like, shape up and be in for the long haul. So now I'm going to live long enough to regret beating this body to death, I suppose. Now that I've reached 48, you know, just within the last couple years, I've started to find that I have limits. I never had limits before, you know, and now that I'm getting a little older, I'm starting to realize that I'm not able to do the things the same way I used to, and not for the duration of time and all that fun stuff. So, you know, it's funny, the older you get, the more you find that, you know, you're not the same as you used to be. So I guess we all deal with that. Some of you out there have dealt with it a few years before me, I suppose. Yeah, 48's young when you're over 48. When you're under 48, 48 seems old. I am 48, so it's as old as I've ever been yet. I assume I'm going to get older, but, you know, at the moment, that's as far as I've managed to get. You know, I find it funny, and a lot of you are going to say, wait till you get to my age. Well, just know that my uncle always said that too. When I was in my 20s, if I said something about something being sore or hurting, he'd say, well, wait till you get to my age. You know, and then I made it finally to my 30s, and I'd say something, and he said, well, wait till you get to my age. And then he actually died just a couple months before Chili come into town, and his wife, my aunt, had died while Chili was here, just a couple days before I started, you know, became Ironton auditor, actually. And it was a very trying time because I loved them very much. But he was 76 years old, had lung cancer for the third time, trach hole in his neck, and would still get out there and help me cut grass every day at his place. And he's tough as a pine knot. But man, I'd say something, you know, here I am in my late 40s, say something about something hurts. He said, well, wait till you get to my age. And his name was Leo. I said, damn it, Leo, I ain't never going to make it to your age, evidently. You've said that my whole life, wait till you get to my age. Hell, I keep trying. So I guess it only gets better as you age, huh? You know, some people, they age like wine. Me, I'm more like a booger. I'm just getting old, dried out, and stiff, you know what I mean? I'm not aging so well. Age is only in the mind. Well, you know, that's what some of them say in that case. You know, if I'm only as old as I feel, well, then shit. Some days I'm about 200. Other days I'm still about 20, so. Well, good, Dark Watch. I'm glad somebody still considers me a kid. I look at some of these cops in here and call them kids all the time. I don't mean to insult them, but damn, they're so young that they look like they ain't even old enough to own and operate a handgun in the state of Ohio. They look really young. Rebecca Joe said, you got to keep moving. Yeah, that's me. If I sit too long, it's hard to get up and move. As long as I keep moving, I'm all right, though. It's when I quit, it's when stuff starts to get stiff. You're right, Danny. It comes for all of us, don't it? Then we sit around as old men and wonder where the hell where it came from and where it went. Where'd all that time go? I agree with you, Fubar. Nobody should ever do stolen valor. I tell everybody all the time when they find out I serve, hell, don't thank me. I didn't do a damn thing. I didn't fight for the country, and I didn't even get to be the medic I wanted to be. I ended up picking up cigarette butts and fixing trucks. That's all I did in the Army. I didn't even get to be the medic I was supposed to be. So, you know, thanking me for my service is kind of silly. There's no point. I didn't really serve. I was just there, just a warm body to fill a spot. There's men and women out there that deserve that thanks so much more than I do. I damn sure ain't got no reason to steal it from them. And anybody that does should be slapped right across their face or worse, for sure. Yeah, I gave up 8 years, but it wasn't all that bad. I mean, I ain't bitching about it. I just, you know, I don't expect any thanks or any glory for it, because there's no reason for it. I would have fought, but there just wasn't no fight to fight when I was in there, so. Passed away this May at 94. I don't believe I want to hang out that long, right? Yeah, I'm not sure I want to make it into my 90s either. I probably ain't going to have any choice. I'm probably going to live as long as I live, because I doubt very seriously that anybody's ever going to show up and say, hey, what age do you want to die at? You know, so I doubt if that's going to happen, but I don't know that I want to hang around that long. And it's not because it's not because I'm suicidal or anything, really. It's just because I just don't like this whole world. I don't like the way people are. I don't like the way things are. And there's really nothing that I can do by myself to change it. I just don't like living in it, I'll be honest. I love people. You know, obviously, you guys know me. I love the interaction. I love being around people. I love to help people. But as far as the world as a whole, I just don't care much about it, you know, and I wouldn't mind leaving it. And I'm perfectly comfortable in the fact that I've lived good enough, and I'm all right with it. So Mom served and was proud. Oh, I am proud. I'm just, I don't want too many other people to have any pride, because I really didn't do anything, is what I'm trying to say, you know. And I try to be honest with people. I want them to understand that, you know. That there's a lot of men and women out there that deserve that, they deserve that thanks. They deserve the honor. I don't deserve any honor out of it. There's no reason to honor me, you know. So, man, there's a lot of them that should get it. I agree with you, Rebecca Joe. That probably wasn't much fun. Sucks when the mind's willing, but the body's not. I can only imagine what that's like. Holy shit, lived to 104, Blanche. Oh my goodness, man. Walked every day till she passed. Well, if I'm going to get that old, I hope I can still get up and move. All right, Ida, you have yourself a good morning, dear. Thanks for hanging out. We appreciate it. You know I love you, dear heart. One of my favorite people. Don't tell everybody else I said that. I can't play favorites. I'm Ironton Auditor. Damn it, I'm not allowed to have favorites. Well, thank you, Fubar. I appreciate it. Yeah, they say the good die young, then I guess we're all bad here. Huh? We made it too long to die young. The good die young, the bad live long enough to regret it. Is that how it works? My mother always told me she's going to live long enough to be a burden to us kids. So, bless her heart. I love my mom. She got a good husband. My dad died quite a few years back, but she married a man named Larry, and he's aces in my book. He takes good care of her, you know, and when he does it, I don't have to. I love him to death, man. He takes good care of her, and she loves him, so he's aces in my book. Yeah, you're probably right, Dark Watch. Ain't been much change at all. You know, everybody talks about all this new technology we have. We don't really have new technology. I mean, the cell phone really isn't a new thing. It's just a different kind. It's just a different version of the same old shit. There's not really new at all. I wasn't a promise, that was a threat. How old is my mama? Shit, I'm not exactly sure, to be honest. Probably about 65, 66, somewhere in that neighborhood. Well, hell, she got to be older than that. Shit. I don't even know, to be honest. Age and birthdays and all that stuff, I don't track a whole lot. I know when her birthday is, and I make sure I give her a call and tell her I love her and happy birthday, but I don't like track age. I honestly don't know. But she was a Dalton, was her maiden name. So if you know any of the Daltons out there in Pedro, then you'll know the bunch I come from, the ones they call the Dalton Gang. All the LADs were their initials. Every 12 children, and all of them had the first initial L and the middle initial A, of course. And obviously the last initial was the same, because they all had the same damn name, same daddy. But My grandma and grandpa had 12 on my mom's side. On my dad's side, there were 8. So, you know, I come from pretty big families. And the nips, like, you know, like I said, you can't, you know, I heard it best put by somebody else I know, you can't throw a rock in Ironton without hitting a nip with it. And that's pretty much a fact. They're a little bit everywhere. We're kind of like construction barrels in some places. They just pop up, nips just pop up everywhere. Damn near like a state flower, you know. That name's pretty popular here. Everybody knows at least one nip for sure. Yes, the ones that live up Cannon Creek, the ones that lived all the way at the end of that hollow, that was my grandpa Clarence. That was him. So if you know him and his kids, and that's the bunch I hail from. That was my mother was one of those 12. I always called you the oops baby, huh? Well, you'll have that, I guess. I think I came too soon. And my sister, she's 5 years younger than I am. It was right after they quit trying to have one that she came along. And then my baby sister, Jane, she's 12 years younger than I am. So, you know, that was after Mom supposedly had the tubes cut, burnt, tied, all that fun stuff. And then she ended up pregnant with Tracy. So, you know, none of the 3 of us were exactly planned when and where we came. But hey, you know, that's usually how it works anyway. Or at least it seems to. You know, sometimes you don't always have a choice. They just kind of show up when you know, whether you want them or not. And that's one of the wonderful things about children. So Roseanne's the oops baby. I guess we're just going to start calling her Oops. Roseanne Oopsman. How about that? Went to school with them. Can't remember the other sister name. Well, my mother's name was Leona, if that helps you any. There was, geez, there's a bunch of, there's seven girls and 5 boys out of that bunch. And the uncle I was talking about earlier that was 76 died with, I believe he was 76 when he died with the lung cancer finally got him on the 3rd bout. He was the oldest of that family. That was Uncle Leo. One of my most favorite people in the world. Man, I really thought a lot of him. Miss him terribly. I miss quite a few people terribly now. You know, I guess now I'm getting to that age where I have to watch all the ones I love die and then I'm next in line. So, you know, that's one of those little fun things about life, how it usually ends up. Yeah, you probably did, Danny. She went to Rock Hill, so if you went out there, I guarantee you were in there with her or one of her sisters for sure. I guarantee it. You graduation in 81? What? When you hit your 50s, you start paying attention to the obituary. Got to make sure your name ain't in there, huh? That's what my uncle always said. It's the only reason he read the obituary was to make sure his name wasn't mentioned in it. Yeah, right. I don't think anybody wants to be the elder. It just happens out like that sometimes. At some point, I reckon that'll be me. If I live long enough. And if I don't, I won't bitch about it. Obviously, I'll be dead. If I was bitching, nobody here know about it anyway. I don't think the world would miss me a whole lot. You know, it's not like it's gonna, you know, everything's gonna stop. Most people won't even notice I'm gone. I doubt. Never really been all that important of a guy, you know. To the ones that know me that I've helped out, yeah, sure, I'll be missed by them. But, you know, for the most part, the world will never even know I was ever here. I don't have any children. I'm not really leaving the world anything. That's why I try to help people as much as I can, you know. I figure I'll live on in memories and stories. You know, there'll always be people telling stories. Yeah, I knew this guy, you know. Lance said she's 6 out of 12. It was a Catholic thing. And my grandparents weren't Catholic, but my grandpa, you know, the older families, I think they needed, they had a lot more kids back then if you're going to run like a family farm, because that's what my grandparents did, you know, they had their own farm, and you know, she had to work a lot of it by herself while grandpa worked a full-time job, you know, and raising the kids and all that till they got old enough to help, you know, and actually help do things. So, you know, they had to work a lot growing up. A lot of the older, well, probably a lot of you out there grew up in families like that. You know, the older sister helped take care of the younger kids a lot, that kind of stuff, you know, so that the parents were able to do what they needed to do to support the family. You know, at least back then they had family. Now most people don't, you know, they don't really give much of a shit about family. I don't know any shoes that live in that hollow, but I damn sure know the DePriest, absolutely. Damn sure know all the DePriest. Shopes, oh yeah, absolutely. I actually lived just literally, if you know Jimmy Shope, I don't know where John Shope used to live. If you know Jimmy, his son, where he lives, then I'm just the next place over. So I live right there on Little Cannon Creek with him. Yeah, Jimmy's a pretty good guy, or at least he always has been to me. And his brother, Bill, is a pretty good guy. Johnny ain't too bad either, as far as I know. I mean, he's always been good to me. I don't see him very often, but I see Bill and Jimmy a lot. Just grew up knowing them. You know, they've known me my whole life because they're older than me. I've known them my whole life. Like I say, pretty good fellers, or at least they always have been to me. I ain't got nothing bad to say about them. I'm an only, my husband a second of 6. If they ask for advice, their ears are clogged with wax, huh? But guys, I think we're about going to have to wrap this up here pretty soon. There ain't much happening, and there damn sure ain't no traffic. We ain't gonna get any more pullovers, and I'll be honest, I'm sitting here getting pretty tired. It's working on about 4 a.m. I know it's only about 3 because the clock went back, but that didn't give me an extra hour of energy for sure. So I'm pretty tired. I think I'm gonna cut it off and go home. I got to say, I appreciate you all so much for coming in and hanging out with me, and I hope that you'll do this again as we continue to do this. Know that we'll be out here doing it, and you guys will know it. I'll go live when it happens. So I wish you all the best night possible, of course. I hope everybody has a wonderful, wonderful night, wonderful morning, wonderful day, wherever you're at. Just make sure you know, as Leducator says, you know, help somebody, be that corner man. You know, that's what I try to do. I just try to be a help to those around me. And so anyway, I wish that for everybody. If we all helped each other out, none of us would ever need any help. We'd already have it. So I wish you all the best night possible, morning, like I said, day, whatever it is to you. Make it the best one you can. Make some memories, and most of all, enjoy yourselves. Don't forget to stop and laugh at life. It's a big joke anyway. So don't forget to stop and have a laugh. So again, I wish you all the best, and so for the moment, I guess, Ironton Auditor out, and I'll catch you all on the next run.